Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P-Farm, thinking right out here in my lab, and I'm in the book. I'm deep in the book now. We rolling. So me and my yacht done got fully acquainted. Now I'm doing work. We're going to talk about how purifying your heart through your job, your daily occupation. Purifying the heart and doing things that you love to do go hand in hand. I got a nice little lesson for you. Let's rock. Rightism, 25 rule to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in my stories for life. I give life lessons. You tune in to receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline practiced daily will help and guide you to attain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. You see where we're going with this? If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. So you know where we're going? Let's get that together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I get through. That's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous, avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and to my yacht be true. Speaking of my yacht, this is a lesson on how to purify one's heart through work, occupation, and your daily activities in your normal life. I live right all the time, not pick and choose. No, you do it, become repetition. You make it a way of life. Let's go. Now, we're going to talk about an ancient Egyptian proverb. And if I was a preacher, I can just take this one paragraph and stretch it and make a whole lesson. But I got 2 pages of information, so I can't do that. But I'm trying to break it down as best I could as I go through it. So let's have some fun. It says, do not disturb a great person or distract their attention when they are occupied. Doing what? Trying to master their task at hand. When they are thus occupied with their task, they strip their body through love of what they do, the love for the work which they do, which brings people closer to God. These are the people who succeed in whatever they do. That's an ancient Egyptian proverb. That's a whole lot of stuff in there, but I'm going to try to get through it right quick. First of all, a great person doing his work to appease God, to get the job done. That's what God's servants do. Sages, saints, ministers, pastors, they are trying to get the people closer to God. My whole goal is to get you to what? Know God. That says everything right there. And when they are doing it, meaning they involved, they cut everything out through love for what they do. And some people, the job they do, you would do it what? If you wasn't getting paid. I've been doing this for 6 years now. 5 years, I did it for free. Just doing it. That's what I'm saying. So they started paying me. That didn't change nothing for me personally. I just appreciate doing, they give me a little money, they throw my way. But my goal is to, get you closer to God. That's my job. And I love doing that. That's why my heart is pure. Another profound insight into the teachings of right thinking philosophy, aka Maya, is that you should always strive to perform work. Again, that is in harmony with your nature. Perfect example, life experience right here. When I went to UPS, I went there because I just come out of prison. I was in pretty good physical condition, so the work wasn't a problem. I'm looking forward to the work, loading the trucks. I got a problem with that. I love that part about it, but that was me. So I progressed. I went there to drive. Well, how you end up loading truck? I spent 10 years loading trucks, so I could drive. Advanced through the ranks, did my job, got better. In the competition, UPS is always competition. So all you got to do, put your best effort for it, and you can progress. I did that. And driving was my life's calling. I love that. 15 years, perfect driving record. So I ride on that. But the concept is, when you're doing what you like, when you're doing what fits to you, like I said, loading, working, driving fits to me. I had a perfect match. So I can understand that concept wholeheartedly. And as an expression of your divine self, doing what you like makes you feel good about yourself. You're doing things that you're in position to do, help others. I love that. You are endowed with what they call, we all talented people, black people, unlimited capabilities. We got skills in a few areas. All you got to do is cultivate them, manifest them, work on them, and you should not allow your fears or the desires of others to limit your talent for those energies that you can put forth in said talent that you choose. A lot of us want to be athletes. I grew up as an athlete, okay, but it's more to life than just being an athlete. Okay? I became a student of what? Of life. Started learning life lessons. I mastered it. So now I'm a teacher of what? Life. And all those who are students, I'm teaching you what? About life. That's my mission. That's what I'm doing. Moving on. You must strive to yourself and allow yourself to now gradually develop a sense of what? Of what is right for you. Again, TD Jakes, you find out what works for you, what's good for you, what's right for you, and then you work it. I retired at UPS. Okay, I get a pension now. And young people, all that job hopping, we're going to get to that in a minute. I ain't going to give all that advice about life. But trust me, you find what works for you and you work it. Why? You benefit in the end. That's why. And you don't see the end in the beginning. You can't see the end. You get 5 years in, get 10 years in, all of a sudden the end don't look so end. It's like coming a little closer this way now. Yeah, you don't put the beginning that far behind you and the end is coming closer to you. You walk it down. That's the phase of life. And this only occurs when you begin to develop what? Peace and harmony within yourself. But the job, I never stressed over my job. That never changed nothing in my life. It was part of my life. I love doing it, so it didn't stress me out. I knew people just couldn't handle it. The pressure. Do your job. I was a good loader. I was a good supervisor, but they didn't trust me to give me the supervisor position full time. They couldn't control and manipulate me, so they couldn't put me in that power. Why? I'm not subjecting myself to that way y'all talk to people. My manhood, I never sacrificed that for UPS. Moving on. That's why I didn't advance. I just went driving. Why? I could be my own person there. And I excel. Again, you will discover which jobs, career-wise, to pursue what? On the basis of your what? Your own inner desire for yourself. What you want. Don't let somebody tell you what to do, direct you where you want to go. No. I got buddies who I helped through college, engineer, NJIT. He's been elevator operator for over 30-something years. You take your knowledge, use it, and you go get the job that you're proficient in. He did it, retired. Again, when you find what works for you, everything else take care of itself, okay? But rather than what? Your superficial desires of your ego self, which wants what? To pursue a job or an occupational career based on its looks and the glamorous or the lucrative pay that it may bring its way. So, excuse me. It says, so you'll sell your soul for $1. That's what they said. You can go to school, get a college degree, education, or you can go to strip club. A few gonna take that way, but a bunch of them gonna go to strip club. It's easier. See? In life, if that's what you want, that's where you end up. If my daughter was on a pole in a strip club, I don't know how I would handle that. I would not be my proudest moment as a father. So I know all y'all ladies have fathers. Think about them. Oh no, forget. Those people think about themselves, so I'm not sorry about that. That ain't even in dealing with in logic. Those choices in life tell you what kind of person you are. Simply that. Moving on. This is about finding what works for you and working it to your benefit. Why? In the end, you win. That's why. Ancient Egyptian civilizations, they placed a high importance and value on the occupation of the individual's choice. Why? Due to these very reasons, many people suffer through life. Watch this. Because they have made the wrong choices. Ain't nothing worse than find out after you did something, it was wrong. That's Monday morning quarterback, and that's never a victory for you. Why? You lost. You lost. Realizing what you should have done after the fact don't help you one bit. Moving on. But when you realize you made the wrong choice about what? About your profession that you chose, your occupation, and feel stuck and unable to change. There a lot in life. A lot of people do just that. Get a job for making good money, it's okay. And then be miserable. Year after year. And wind up retiring and then dying. Why? Because you stress yourself out doing the damn job that you really didn't like to do. That takes years off your life. Just like semen retention, fellas. You want to add years to your life? Cut down on your ejaculation. Why? You get so many bullets in that chamber. But you get a new round every month. Another lesson. But that's another part about life. You want to extend your life? Stop wasting the life-giving sperm. Simple. Sometimes, watch this, they are led by who? Their family members. Oh, you need to do this. You should do that. Or even sometimes by what? Their own greed. Or even fear into what? Pursuing occupations for what? All the wrong reasons. And they settle. That's like picking a woman that you know ain't good. She don't keep house. She don't do things. Why would you take that kind of woman? And then you be miserable and wonder why. Your choice. Wrong. But you realize what? After the fact, I made 2 bad choices. I got rid of both of them. You must what? Understand for yourself that if you choose an occupation or a career just to make money, or because you have been told that some particular profession is in demand, or everybody went about 20 years ago, everybody wanted to get in computers. Remember that? The computer, everything. Okay, now AI is coming over and is going to knock all that out. When you going to start thinking for yourself? I'm trying to get you to think right. Moving on. You may make some money and at it, but you will end up being miserable. Money over happiness. Give me happiness. I'll be a broke, happy somebody. I am right now. So I don't give a damn about money. I was an unhappy person with money. So been there too. And you will be miserable and disappointed with the work and the job that you chose. Again, that you chose, as well as your life in general, is going straight to hell. Because you made a bad decision. And you got to live with that decision. Or what? Change. Ding, 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 ding. Why would people do certain things? They don't realize change is the option too. Stop. Hello? Your career that you chose will truly become work if it ain't what you love or what you like doing. I drove every day. I loved it. I still drive. How about that? My driving is what I do. So why'd I take a job? I'm not going to sit behind a desk in a cubicle. No way in the world I take them kind of jobs. Simple. I know better than that. I ain't built for that. So again, I'm an outdoors type of dude. I'm a free wheeler. So being on my own, I can get the job done. Well, I'm responsible. I'm one of the best delivery person they had at UPS when I was there. And I got awarded every 3 months. I got my award, got my bonus, whatever they was giving, I was getting it. Why? I was earning it. And whatever you put out there, I'm going for it. That's all. Y'all call it challenge. In life, it should be challenged. Every day you should challenge yourself to do better than you did yesterday. Sorry. It will not be a fulfilling career. Why? Because you are not doing it out of what? The goodness of one's heart. God will bless those who what? Do from here. That's how you purify it. And if your heart is heavy, if your heart is dark, you a bad person, you got no blessings coming. You got nothing but adversity coming your way. Karma standing at your door. Why? You got to pay the consequences for that nonsense that you're going to be doing because of that ignorance. Eventually, It will become what? A struggle. And for you, a burden. Also, you will not be able to develop what? Your divine, God-given qualities, talents, and your mental peace will be led you towards what? You will not be led toward enlightenment. Why? You holding yourself back. You ain't doing what your heart wants. If the heart ain't happy, you won't be happy. If this dictate this, no. That's ego. This is Haru. You want the heart over the mind. If the mind's over the heart, you're going to be led astray. Again, if you let the ego send you the wrong way, that's going to be your call. Why? You decide, that's your decision. And when you are led because of peace of mind and the good places you set for yourself, you will be led toward enlightenment. Such as, watch this, a patient, content, forgiveness. These are qualities that give you enlightenment, the higher comes. Such as patience, mastered that aspect of my life, gave that lesson. Contentment, I'm content with what I'm doing right now. I'm doing it right now. I'm totally content. Forgiveness, I have to let people who I didn't think treated me right, forgive them, pray for them, and move on. That's universal love. And compassion, something I didn't always have. Empathy, I slid that in too. Now, I actually care. Those are qualities of an enlightened person. Those are qualities of a person whose heart is starting to be purified because of those qualities in them. Rather, your ego, here we go, ignorant, destructive state of mind will become more hardened, and now you will, you ready? Sell things to people, even though you know it's not good, such as drugs, okay? You know they don't need them, or deal in the products in which you now find harmful. Again, drugs, all those illegal things that you want to make money from. I did those things. That was his thing, not mine. But all the while, your intellect, which is now dulled, why? By the ego of your desires and cravings for what? That money, longing. And so now your lower mind, the ego self, senses for your egoistic pleasures are happy and will justify your unrighteous actions. If I thought it back and say, why are you doing this? Make money, have fun, with my dad. That wasn't my goal. That was something I fallen into. Again, ego, not knowing no better, and ignorance, those two things will cause you problems. However, the impressions of longing and your desires, as well as what? Your contradictions of your own conscience, and it's spelled C-O-N-S-C-I-E-N-C, meaning your heart conscience. If you ain't following your heart, you're not going to be happy, and you become what? Registered in a deep unconscious, and now you will create a basis for heaven or hell on earth for yourself. State of mind. And that ignorant state of mind is going to catch hell. And every now and then when it gets what it wants, oh, it's in heaven. Yeah, it likes that. But it don't last long. How long till the orgasm last? All that trouble you go through having, how long it last? And then party's over. Okay, so yeah. That temporary pleasures, that's not happiness. That's not happiness, okay? Don't get it twisted. But watch this. However, the happiness, okay, here we go. Oh, well, let's stop it. Oh, no. Where am I at? State of mind. Okay, here we go. People have been convinced. Okay, get to the evidence, and then I'm down here. No, right here. Even if you develop, watch this. Okay, a prosperous situation for yourself. Okay, what happened? Your worries and your anxieties will not protect what? You from addictions of pleasures of the flesh, the ego cravings, and other forms of what? Pain, which the world abounds with. You're going to have some struggles, okay? Some pain, some frustration. You're going to get that. Therefore, happiness and consequently, true wealth is not to be found, again, in objects or possessions or people in the world. Relationships don't make a difference. Be happy with a mate, that's fine, but that ain't happiness. It is a state of mind. Again, not the position, the state of mind which can be discovered how? Through spiritual insight and practice spiritual discipline. When? Daily. The impressions lodged in your unconscious mind form a storehouse of what? Restless desires, still the ego desires, they still in your mind. They ain't went nowhere. They're still lingering. That's what they're telling you. And now, which will lead to what? Repeated embodiments, aka, and deprive you from discovering peace of oneself. Meaning you're going to reincarnate. Why? You ain't gonna wake up. You're not gonna become conscious. You're not gonna know yourself. So you're going to have to repeat this life cycle again. That's the reincarnation concept. I'm almost there. Oh, yeah, we good. Thus, watch this. This part I'm bringing it home for you. Thus, why there seems to be little justice in the world. Damn the world. You create your own world and you live within it. This gonna be here. Do you worry about that? You can't do nothing about that. Trust me. So don't worry about how little just the world. No deeds go unseen by Maya, aka God, all seeing. Watch this. Who is actually the self? Watch this. The all-seeing soul, not the I, the soul, all internal, who supports all human activities and even the cosmos. That's Maya, order, justice. Thus, the self is your very own, you ready? Innermost essence. Therefore, you are what? Essentially Maya. I told you, I eat, sleep, drink Maya. I am Maya. I love and relish in Maya. I'm using this thing right here with equanimity, meaning I'm using both sides of my brain and it's functioning at full capacity. So I'm doing right, making right decisions for myself. That's what Maya teaches you how to do and purify one heart in the process. This is all about self-mastery. You are again, right here, you are the judge and the jury of your own actions, in life. Since you are ultimately the controller of your own actions as well as you're the judge of them. Did you know that? You can change your entire being, okay, by learning the ways of Maya for the last 30 years. I'm getting personal. This is what changed my life. So yeah, I'm a little touchy right now. And when you're eradicating the negative ignorance and build up your own self lifetime as well as your previous, you get rid of all the negativity. I'm getting that out of my system. Okay, I'm still getting the karmic back out from that. Okay, I live with that. I got no problem with that. But from a certain point, you start doing the good stuff. Now you're mounting up. And guess what? When the scale comes, the good outweighs the bad. So the scale tips in your favor of good and righteous. That's the judgment that you want to have for yourself. And watch this. This can be accomplished, right, thinkers? By following my teachings outlined in the scriptures and the following of the Maya philosophy before blindly moving into what? Worldly entanglements and actions, and examine yourself first. Don't worry about the world. Damn the world. You. Check you all the time. Check you. Reflect with you. Deal with you. Master you. Know you. See where we're going with this? It's all about you. Let me wrap it up. In life, these are questions, when you live in Maya, these are questions you ask yourself on a regular basis. Watch this. Ask yourself what? Do I need this relationship with this female or male, this person I'm about to engage with? Do I need this relationship or this object? Something, person, place, or thing, or is it just to satisfy my ego's desires for what? Lust, pleasures, greed. Those are self-satisfying things that most people live for. And that's okay. But there's something to come with that. The caveat to that is, ain't getting no return. Is this action that I'm about to do, is it going to what? Help me simplify my life? Or is it going to complicate my life? These decisions you make before you engage with this nonsense and don't realize that, well, maybe I shouldn't have done it. If I could have, would have, should have. No. If you make good judgment, you won't be in that predicament. That's the difference with Maya philosophy. And watch this. And they tell you what to do before you do it, so you know. And will it bring me peace of mind? Or will it cause me aggravation? Again, these are decisions you got to make before you indulge with that person. She looked good, you keep worrying about the rapping. Yeah, okay, been there. I got caught up with that, so it ain't always with these things, all right? So moving on. But this is how WRIGHT teaches you how to have relationships entertaining before you get caught up in nonsense. You should think about it. Watch this. Now, ending up right here. Take that home. If it is for my ego, then it is a truly waste of my time. Right there. Well, why you say that? Well, I'm not trying to satisfy my ego. That's why. And I can always put that ego nonsense. I ain't got time for that. That's what it's saying right there. And that's how I feel about those things. Now, before, I would engage. I I slip and slide and dip and dodge. Okay, been there, done that. No longer do those. But when I got to think about the ego, don't waste my time with that. Because the ego, you ready? The ego cannot be satisfied and it cannot give you returns on the actions that it performs. It does nothing but just want. And it cannot be satisfied. Why? Since it is an endless pit of desires. That's why. Satisfying the ego is throwing good money at the bag. This is why it's never going to work out. You're never going to be satisfied. That's what it said. Taking it home. Appreciate you tuning in. This is one of the true lessons how to be your best self and purify one heart at the same time. This process is called introspection. Looking at yourself and self-awareness. Now you begin to what? Break. Here we go. That cycle of actions that's performed out of what? Weak will and ignorance, which lead to what? Pain and sorrow later on. If you let your ego run you, you're going to do things that you're going to pay for later on. That's the lesson. That's the concept. Hope you understand it. Don't get caught up in that. Do what works for you. Do what pleases you, not the ego you, the spiritual you. Hope you enjoy the lesson. I got to go. And we closing, right thinkers, may you all live to be 100. Me? 100 minus that day. So I've never done my right thinkers who started to learn how to purify their hearts and passed away.